Oh snap! It's Flux again, back with another expansion pack. This is the Drop Squad. This is basically a dubstep expansion for Maschine and Massive. Now, if you have Maschine, you have Massive. I've talked about this on the boards a little bit. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. It's free. It's an update. Get it. Okay? This pack is aimed at dubstep style producers and electronic producers. Obviously, it can be used for other things as well, but let's face it, it's dubstep pack. Okay? To start off, what I wanted to talk about is what it kind of houses. So, obviously, you get your drum kits, and you get the Maschine instruments, as you have in other packs. The first special thing about this one is that you also get Native Instruments Massive presets. That's new to Maschine packs, so that's a pretty cool bonus feature. Also, in addition to just drum kits, you also get like sliced up samples of hits and whatnot. So, for instance, in the aggro kit, some of them are looped, some of them are not. So, for instance, this one is looped. If I play it faster using a keyboard, slower. So you're getting a lot of these instant dubstep sounds with those types of kits. Here, let me actually load up a little bit more of that kind of stuff just to give you a for instance of what we have. And I recommend watching all my videos on these things in HD so that you're getting the best quality, because I do try to export these videos with high quality sound. So make sure you watch them in HD and you'll actually be able to hear a little bit closer to how they really sound. YouTube compresses and basically poops on the sound, but you know, I try to make it as best as I can for you. So these are basically one-shots that you're getting. One-shots, and some of them are looped. To go on top of that, let's go to the drum kits. Now, the drum kits do come with patterns, and you're free to kind of move your tempo knob around to hear them at different speeds. Let's just check out this arcade kit. I'll be honest with you, that's not one of my favorite ones. But it does have some nice sounds in it, too. The one real standout thing as far as the drum kits are concerned that I would say is the snares. The snares are, they're perfect for dubstep, of course, but just in general, they're all very snappy, very punchy, very much cut through the mix. And some of the kicks are really interesting too, because they have like some rub kicks and whatnot. See if I can find that rub kick. There it is. So I like that. So the kits also have some instruments in them as well. And some of them are loops, some of them aren't. But just to give you an instance. In my personal opinion, a lot of them have really nice sound to them, but I feel like maybe it's a limitation of Maschine, as you know, I've seen, but the looping isn't always 100% perfect for some of these. I keep reaching over to the right side of my machine because that's usually where I have my trackpad, but I don't have it there right now. So I'm going to play another pattern of it. Let me shut off my mail. Sorry about that. So very dubstep sound. So let's go ahead and get into some of the massive sounds and what I think about that. The massive sounds are great for dubstep, obviously. I have one little thing that I was kind of not super impressed about, and that was that I feel like the mod wheel on the massive patches was not used to enough effect. On a lot of these patches, in order to quickly, they mapped out each patch separately in its own way. So I'm going to load up a couple of the patches. Let's go ahead. You just go to your instruments, go to massive, and then you'll see drop squad. Grab drop squad, and you'll see different patches in here. So I'm just going to grab a few patches. Let's grab this one. And one more. And obviously I'm loading up a new instance of massive with each one of these patches. But my my new MacBook seems to be able to handle it okay. So we're happy. But in essence, what we're going to do is you're going to see here's the patch. Here's massive. And of course, this is going to work in any DAW. Okay. What I wanted to talk about, though, is, for instance, on a patch like this. Now, you can see they're using the performer here. And the ratio here would control how fast that performer is going to move. And it is synced. Now, what I don't like is, in order to find what this right here is mapped to, listen. Oftentimes when you're making dubstep, you want to play around with those sorts of things, and you want to you want to kick out your LFO speed however you want in your mix. And even when you're using Performer, you still want to do that. So I would have expected a lot of times, just to make it simple, go ahead and map that ratio to your mod wheel. But that's really not what they've done. In most of the patches, it's mapped to other things. Could be distortion amount or cutoff, just different things. It seems like each patch, they did map kind of the more prominent features of that particular patch on the first page, which is cool, because then it's like you can quickly get right to that. But, because not every massive patch is the same. But I would have really liked it to have been easier to find what is controlling, the LFO rates of the main wobble, okay? Because, yeah, there's different... Oftentimes, there's more than one thing that's wobbling and going on in a dubstep patch like that. But it just, to me, it would have made more sense to make that the case. That being said, the actual sound of the patches is great. The playability is still there. You can still, and obviously you can map that out easily yourself. But the patches sound great. So, for instance, on this one, it's pretty easy to tell exactly what's going to change my wobble. But on some of the other ones, not always so easy. So I would have just liked to have seen that, and that's, to me, that's not a really big deal because you can do it yourself. You know what I mean? It's really easy to map that out yourself. So I'm just giving you kind of a quick overview of how each patch sounds. So, some really great sounds in there. It's just another one of those one-shot kits. Let me go back up here and just show you some more stuff. So it's not just basses, it's also sound effects. Lots of different stuff in here. But I do really like the fact that they did take the time to kind of map out some interesting things on the very first page of each patch. I like that. The pack overall, I mean, if you're going to compare it to other packs, because I've been getting a lot of people asking me, oh, well, I like this kind of music. What should I make? Or what should I get? Should I get this pack or this pack? The closest ones to this that you would be looking at would be something like Transistor Punch and Raw Voltage. To me, this one is very different from both of those. So again, I just say, take a look at it. If you're making dubstep, it's kind of a no-brainer because the patches themselves are worth it, if you ask me. I think they're really great. And the snares are ridiculous. I mean, to me, they're very punchy. They come through the mix really well. And, see, I'm reaching for that trackpad again. Overall, my opinion of this pack is pretty good. I'm not a huge dubstep maker. I kind of just mess around with it for fun. I feel like dubstep is more fun to make than to listen to, but at the same time, I respect it, and there's a lot of dubstep that I do like. I can get down on some dubstep. So, pretty cool kit. Let's go back to I'm gonna go ahead and show just a couple more patches, just to show you what there is in that regard. Here, where am I at? Sorry. I would say if you just got Massive with Maschine 1.8 and didn't have Massive before, there's a lot of patches out there that you can get. There's a lot of for sale patches you can get. There's a lot of patches for free. There usually is a significant difference between a free set of patches and patches that are really quality done. These are really quality done, so I will say that. And really, they're all very tweakable. Right out the gate, I mean, you could just grab up the patches and just go to town on them and start making ridiculous noise with them. So, some good stuff in there. And yeah, you can use this stuff for hip-hop. You can use it for pop. You can use it really for whatever. I mean, at this point, dubstep's kind of permeated its way into just about every genre. I have not heard any dubstep cowboy music yet, but I'm sure it's going to happen. So, at that point, we'll all be moving on. So, anyway, this is the Drop Squad. I kind of dig it. I think it's got some quality drums in there, and I like the patches. So, you know, if you're in the market for a new expansion pack, something to consider. How's it weigh against Transistor Punch and Raw Voltage? I feel like they're pretty different. I'd say the closest one would be Transistor Punch to it. But even that is, you know, the basses and stuff are very different in that, and even the drum hits are way different. So really you'd have to decide what kind of music you're trying to make with them, or decide what kind of sounds you're going for. But that would be the closest in my opinion. Raw Voltage has some great synth sounds in it too, but with the massive patches in it, I feel like it kind of puts it over the top a little bit, because that's really that's going to help a lot of people understand how to make those dubstep patches, because then you can reverse engineer them. You know what I mean? You could look at them and say, oh, well, you know, they made this wobble by doing this. Massive is really pretty simply laid out, so you can see instantly what's causing what to happen, you know, just by looking at the routings on there. And you can look at it and say, oh, well, I really like this sound of this patch. This is how they did it. And you can create your own patches from that just by understanding what was done. So that might be worth it to new users of Massive as well. Anyway, I got my pack coming out soon, so be on the lookout for the Flux302 Dystopia pack. That should be out very soon. Anyway, if you got any questions, hit me up. Whatever. I'm not hard to get a hold of, and I like helping people out. So, peace.